Super Academy, the web series. Super Academy takes place in a world where being a superhero is a valid career choice, and if you want to be a good one, you have to be enrolled in the finest institution of superheroism. I think that's a word. Super Academy is where these hopeful superheroes go, and where we find ourselves at the beginning of the pilot episode. Now, one thing I will be mentioning is I am going to be talking about the pilot episode, which is now referred to as Season 1, and Season 2, which has recently come out on the Escapist magazine. There'll be a link below. There'll also be a link to the pilot episode video, and there will be a link to Episode 1 of Season 2. Super Academy, the web series, revolves around two main characters, Power Kid and Dark Cop. While there is a nice cast of side characters, the story mainly revolves around these two. Power Kid is socially awkward and happens to be the child of supervillain Deathside. He's trying to outrun his sinister past, even though Power Kid himself hasn't done anything bad, or at least nothing that we've been shown so far. Being as socially inept as he is, his only friend is Dark Cop, who is antisocial, very crass, has no filter, basically just says how things are. Now obviously some of you may say that Dark Cop is a Batman ripoff, and he is. If you took sardonic humor and made him even a little more grim, and he never changed his persona and gave him a huge ego, yeah, he's ripping off Batman. However, due to the acting and direction, I find Dark Cop to be quite humorous, which is fitting. This is a comedy after all. And he is my favorite character. The pilot episode, rather than episode 1 of season 2, feels more campy. The pilot episode was made on a budget of $2,500, whereas season 2, which is going to be 4 episodes, was going to be made at $11,000. These were both funded by Kickstarter, and I'm very happy that they both came to be. But anyways, I digress. The campiness and awkwardness, I would call it awkwardness more than campiness, works well because everything about the pilot episode seems a little awkward. Now, people tend to pick apart the editing and the acting and whatnot, but I feel that it really falls into it. Some people feel that they're not trying hard enough. I think they are, but I think they're failing to realize this is a comedy. And these are not A-list actors. Does that mean that they should give bad performances? No, and they're not giving bad performances. I find the pilot episode to be thoroughly enjoyable as Power Kid gets accepted into Super Academy and befriends the antisocial Dark Cop, and the two of them must confront Power Kid's past. This is the basic crux of the pilot episode, and it's sort of the crux of the first episode in Season 2. However, what Power Kid is trying to do in Season 2 is get his sister Chaotrix to no longer be under the influence of their father. Now, I will have to say, I do have a critique about Deathside, the father. Obviously, he's played by a young man, and he's supposed to be their father. That's a problem I have. Just to make things a little more realistic. I know, not too many things about this is realistic. I mean, you look at the costumes are pretty bad. I think it works perfectly within the world that they are building. I believe totally in Ben Lifston's vision as a director. It's meant to be a comedy. It's meant to be whimsical. And the side characters really just add to it. Now, that is another gripe. Being that I was a part of the Kickstarter for Season 2, I got regularly updated on the progress, and Ben Lifston and company, they did little videos introducing new characters between the pilot episode and Season 2. And that is one big gripe that I do have. If you're brand new to the series, it's kind of hard to take that jump from Season 1 to Season 2. We're introduced to brand new characters who we have no concept of who they are. They're just friends all of a sudden with Power Kid and Dark Cop, such as Glyph and Corona. I love these characters too, but we really don't know much about these characters. They've already been established in the little mini videos that Ben Lifston has created, but for the casual viewer, they have no idea about that. And anyone who is interested in watching this, I highly recommend that they watch those mini clips that Ben Lifston made about introducing the characters. It bonds the relationships between the main characters more, because the emphasis was put on, this is not just about Power Kid and Dark Cop anymore, it's about Glyph and Corona. We have a bigger cast of characters to work with here. But let's be honest, the main story is still about Dark Cop and Power Kid. I find the comedy to be spot on. It fits with the whimsical, very hokey nature of it all. They know what they are and they know what they are not. Can you critique it if you really want to? Yes, and I do believe that they are taking that input to make a better product. You can take a look at the pilot episode, you can take a look at the start of season 2, and you can notice big changes. Like the fighting scenes look so much better. But one thing that is always spot on is the cinematography and the editing. I think those are great. Some people think that some of the scenes carry on too long, but I think that adds that nice awkwardness that kind of is, especially in the pilot episode. It really just adds to the overall aura of the series. Season 2 started on September 4th on the Escapist magazine website. New episodes will be put out every single Friday. Now, as there's only 4 episodes, you only have 3 more to look forward to. Still, I think it is worth the time investment, especially considering that the series in total is going to be an hour 20 minutes, an hour 30 minutes. Think of it as a short movie. If you take yourself too seriously, you probably won't enjoy this. But if you're just kind of looking for independently made comedy that has superheroes, this is excellent. Why has no one done anything like this before? And this is what really enraptures me with this project. It's so unique. It's untouched. And I think there's a lot of potential. And I really hope that season 2 is really successful, because I want to see where this story goes. I'll be doing future reviews on the next few episodes. I'll be getting a little more in depth, but as I was covering 2 episodes and kind of giving information background to something that no one really knows much about, it'll be a little more detailed. But I kind of wanted to give you guys kind of a feeling for what Super Academy is all about, because I think it is something that most people will enjoy. These guys are really talented and they deserve to be better known, and I want to see them succeed. So, have you seen Super Academy? Have you heard of Super Academy? Let me know. Have you seen any superhero comedies? I'm not really aware of any, not at least in video format, but if there is, shoot me a comment. Maybe I'll do a review on it. Keep those suggestions coming, and I'll keep the reviews coming. Just remember, what we create matters.